Matt, thanks for joining me today.
Hey, you're welcome. Thanks.
I appreciate you doing this testimonial review with me. So I guess my first question is how was your session that you experienced when we met?
Well, it's interesting. I think I came into the session like really in a positive spot where I was kind of like all things were happening, and I just wanted it. I think I just wanted it to continue. That's why I think that's why I really wanted it to continue. So you asked me a lot of good questions about all the good things that are happening, and it was just getting like a better sense of motivation. I mean, even I already had it happening, but it kind of increased it, and it gave me a lot of insights into what I was processing. And so it's like, I equate processing with therapy anyway.
Right.
So it's like as long as my psyche is moving forward and not stuck, I want to continue to do that. So it was important to me to do the meeting with you to keep the processing going, so I could just keep on having more insights and more ideas about what I want to do with my business and what did I want to do with what niche I wanted to pick and how that was like starting to really align. I was noticing that more after our session. That was noticing that more alignment was coming to me. There was more support coming out of the blue, which is interesting. Like I changed myself, or I don't know how it happened, but I just became with all those questions. I started processing again more and more. And so now when I have a conversation with just about anything, it seems to reinforce more alignment with a more specific information about how to approach a new niche, for instance.
Right.
And how to I came up with ideas more about content for my niche. I kind of hear the voice more clearly. So I think being more with myself has cleared up kind of like my vision, and not really my eyes, but my vision for how to proceed forward. It gave me a lot more momentum and more understanding. And so I have more things to act on. That's what it really did. It's like, I have more clear ways to act, and not where I'm not hesitating, not unsure of myself. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not, before I would think it was going to be hard, but because it's the alignment's happening so quickly and easily, it's not looking hard anymore. It's looking easy.
Yeah.
It's looking like,
you're enjoying
it. Yeah. And I'm aligning, and it's aligning with, my skill too.
Yeah.
Like, the more skill I've gotten at doing this, the better alignment I've had. So the more sessions I've had with people like you, the more aligned I've become. And I think this has happened over a long period of time. And so it's been really important to me to keep that going. And so I'm really glad I did the session with you, because it really made me move forward faster in becoming better at my therapy, being aligned with my business, and being aligned with my niche. And lots of weird things happen. It just, coincidences and stuff happen. That's one thing I learned from this, is the processing that I do with my clients. It really be important for me to help them continue to process, like I've been able to do. Give them a session and get them to process more and more, and so they can make that change even quicker. So that was really important to me too, to learn that. So that was a really good result that came from it. It's like, oh, that was one piece that wasn't very clear, that's much more clear now. It's like, oh yeah. And this all really just goes together. It's like, it's hard to separate any of it. And
does the clarity keep growing?
It seems to, as long as I keep putting myself out there and not hesitating and doing sessions. And I don't really hesitate anymore, so it's not an issue.
Cool.
I don't hesitate with clients. I don't hesitate with myself. Yeah, and I even learned from my clients. I learned, like, somebody was having trouble with repercussions of being themselves in one of my sessions, and I was like, I remember going through that yesterday. I was like doing I was working I do a side job, which is sports officiating. And then someone's getting real mad, and I'm thinking, okay, now I'm going to throw them out of the game, and there's going to be repercussions. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, there's that thing from the session I did with somebody. You know, it wasn't me, but they were realizing there were going to be repercussions and how to deal with that. I'm like, oh yeah. So once that came to mind again, I was like, okay, no big deal. I can handle any repercussions that happen through this.
Nice.
And then nothing happened. Once the confidence cleared up after that incident, then it just became easy again.
Yeah. Making it really easy for yourself then.
Yeah, making it easy for myself.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it is great.
So
result.
What could you say the one best thing was that's come out of all your processing thus far? The most significant?
That my alignment extends farther than just doing therapy. You know, with people, it really does mean using it, my alignment in everyday conversation with everybody.
Right.
And this becomes a part of myself. That's like that when I'm doing everything, it's like just a part of everything. It's all myself.
Yeah.
You know, and I'm them. So it's like the real strong, like, connection to everybody.
Yeah. That's amazing. That's great. So
yeah, it is.
I'm assuming you're feeling a lot more optimistic about the present and future.
Yeah, definitely. I was feeling optimistic, but I'm feeling more optimistic now, even.
So
to know that, wow, it's like, yeah, I'm doing it. And it's important to me to remember to keep processing. And I know I have techniques to do that, so I can do that.
Great. Well, Matt, I really do appreciate your time with me today and sharing some feedback from your session.
Oh, yeah, thanks. I'm glad to do it. Thanks for helping me.
I'll see you soon.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.